Fuck, I ain't tell this story already yet. I was in the shower and that shit just came to me. Yo, I remember, right? I was up Roxburg, housing unit 3. This a throwback story. This was before the NBA law. For those people who not from Baltimore, NBA mean no bloods allowed. But anyway, so the Bloods was still deep up Roxburg during this time. So you had Treetop, you had L Gang, all the Blood sets, they was rocking together. And they had to rock together because the Good Brothers up Roxbury was deeper than all the Blood sets put together. Not to mention the Sunni Muslims. The Crips was really obsolete. Their numbers was too low. But anyway, now we down housing unit 3. See, the OG for the Bloods at the time was a nigga named Dark Black. He was a big, dark-skinned, cocky-ass nigga with dreads. He was cool, I guess. He wasn't the worst OG I experienced being up there on that farm for the red team. But he was alright. Only thing I ain't like about Dark Black, he was one of them type niggas, sit back, watch, and pay attention. And he would study how the Good Brothers move behind that G-wall. And in return, they would imitate us. No bullshit. Copy our formation. The Good Brothers used to walk in formation on the walk, going to the yard or going to the chow hall or wherever we was going, we used to walk in formation. They started copying that shit. Good Brothers count all the members before we leave out the big yard. Exit the yard together. They start doing that shit. They basically used us as an example how to survive behind that wall. Because you got to remember, they a street gang. The Good Brothers started in that concrete jungle and spilled over onto the streets. It's a big difference. But they used to look to us for survival tactics because they simply didn't know how to move behind that wall. Then you got to look at the members. And this no bullshit. The Bloods, they would literally look like kids to us. Bunch of young little niggas with tattoos and shit. Meanwhile, on the Good Brother side, bunch of hardened criminals. Big cocky weightlifting old heads, young niggas, super tall numbers, life plus 70, 300 years, shit like that. Good Brothers was a hardened group compared to them. So they didn't used to really want to smoke with us. They used to go out their way to squash shit with us. You had to been around back then. I'm old school. I remember when them niggas used to call us Uncle Ben. Yeah. But anyway, see, their leaders was young compared to the Good Brothers. I mean, for instance, up Roxbury, the triple OG, they was saying he supposed to been the Godfather. Nigga was like 25, when in the Good Brothers, our leaders, a lot of them in their 60s and 70s, and been in prison longer than a lot of them blood dudes been living. That's why they used to call us Uncle Ben. And these wasn't just no old heads. These niggas been in the joint so long, they got tremendous respect. I mean, they walk with bodyguards. I'm talking armed security in the prison system. You want to talk to one of them, you got to put in for it. You got to make a request. The Good Brothers is just on another level. But that's just to let you know what was going on at that time. Now, like I say, I'm down housing unit 3. One of the dudes that had a leadership position within the Bloods had came to us and told us like they might have to get rid of one of their own, some political shit going on within them. So once they tell us that, all right, it's cool. They gave us the heads up. That give us time to hide our contraband, tuck our shit away. That way, if they go head on and hit yo, the police come looking for them blicks and shake the jail down, or the tier rather, our shit'll be put up and we won't lose our shit because of something they did. But a lot of times that start issues. Our shit getting knocked off because y'all done did something. But anyway, so boom, we got the heads up. So they tell us it's the niggas sleep down in the back of the tier, all the way to the back by the phones, on my side of the tier. I remember, yo, his name was Gangster. Now, we not knowing why they want to hit yo. You know, that's their business. We ain't got nothing to do with that. But see, this the thing. Gangster Cell Buddy was a good brother, a well-liked good brother, with a lot of rank. He was a big brother. Now, like I say, this was before the NBA war, so it wasn't no conflict between the Good Brothers and the Bloods. Yet. So you had a bunch of different brothers in the cells with Bloods back then. We wasn't allies, we wasn't friendly, but we wasn't beefing. So by him being in the cell with the big brother, I don't know what they used to be in there talking about that night. And they locked in. But apparently Gangster came out and told them he ain't want to be blood no more. Dropping his flag. And the OG nigga from the red team, Dark Black, just wasn't going for that. He was the type of OG, when he come on location and niggas that used to be ex-bloods that dropped their flags, he make them pick them back up. So you definitely wasn't dropping your flag on his location. But him in charge of the red team. So basically, for all my Baltimore people, if you know, you know, the Good Brothers used to wear black beads. And the red team used to wear red beads or red shoestrings around their wrists. Black brothers used to wear the black shoestring around their wrist, shit like that, right? But Gangster was coming out his cell, no red beads, no red thing around his arm, none of that shit. And that ain't no big deal, but the difference is he used to do it every day. He used to wear his beads, and all of a sudden he took that shit off. Stopped walking with them dudes. Stopped talking with them dudes. Basically cut his association. And Gangster ain't no little dude. Big cocky nigga. tattoos. Even though they pulled us up and let us know they probably gonna have to hit yo, they was timid to move on him because he be fucking hanging with the good brother, his cell buddy. They come out the cell, they playing chess together, they working out together, all that shit. So when is a good time to get him, you feel me? They definitely wasn't gonna run down on him while the brother with him, the big brother. So they was kind of pump faking with it. Till one day, right, the big brother had a visit. So he wasn't out there with him. Gangster in the day room listening to his headphones playing spades, sitting at the spades table with some civilians, you feel me? I'm over at the microwave making a stir fry, talking to the good brother Rock, rest in peace to him. And the brother Rock tapped me on my shoulder like, yo, look. I look over, the Bloods got this nigga card table surrounded. That's when you see the niggas that was playing cards with him at the table, they all get up and walk away. Gangster that's sitting there. The nigga, they OG, he stay in the cell. I guess so he don't get knocked off when the shit jump off. Well, all I know is nigga gangster get up from the table and he goes under the steps with the tall light-skinned nigga. The tall light-skinned nigga was an OG too. We gonna keep his name out of it because I think he's still alive. But anyway, the rest of the Bloods still standing over by the table where he was playing cards at, but he done went and separated himself, took yo up under the steps hollering at him. But the whole time they talking, gangster got his hand in his dip. They stand under the steps talking. As soon as day room was over with, you hear the officer hop on the bullhorn like, day room over, fellas, lock in. He must have been waiting for that shit like a bell. Cause as soon as she said that shit, nigga gangster whip out the blick, get the chopping the OG nigga under the steps. I'm talking about like Jason out that bitch. Nigga. OG nigga pulled up out his sweater, tore the whole sweater off him trying to get away from Slim. After getting hit like 7 times, he finally pull away. Gangster get the blacking out, chasing the other Blood niggas around the day room. I'm talking about chasing them niggas. And they had blicks. A shorty was just off the meat rack. He just blacked out. All them niggas ran up on the top tier. Shorty standing on the bottom tier, talking his shit. Turtles coming, COs running from out all the buildings. They done called the code. He standing in the middle of the bottom tier on the day room. Like, you niggas some bitches. One nigga got all you niggas running. Them niggas was so scared to come down the steps, they threw a can of corn down the steps at them. Right when the police got on the tier. It is. It's your boy, Dutch the Damon, and you now watching Damon Time. It is. It's your boy, Dutch the Damon, and you now watching Damon Time with Dutch. On today's episode of Prison Stories Uncut, we up Hagerstown, RCI, Roxburg, trapped on that farm with it, man. Now, this situation took place over 20-some odd years ago, right? They had your boy up there trapped on that farm. But before I hop off in the storytelling mode, I want to send a big shout out to the sister Therese Fleming. This sister, a loyal supporter, sent her hard-earned money and blessed the channel through Cash App. Appreciate you, sister. Can't appreciate you enough. You could be anywhere in the world, but you here with me. Definitely ain't gonna let you down. Just stay locked in, sis. I got us. Therese Fleming. Now that we got that out the way, let's get it. That man, so the light-skinned OG nigga that gangster hit under the steps initially, he done went and sat on the bench. He trying to put pressure on his neck. Your shit squirting like a sprinkler. I'm at the microwave trying to hurry up and get my food out. Being the good brother food. Because I'm already knowing they ready to lock the jail down. This nigga gangster standing in the middle of the floor with a blick in his hand talking his shit. The OG nigga get woozy and just collapse on the floor holding his shit. The Blood niggas is on the top tier yelling out, yo, you alright? But won't go downstairs to see if he alright. Cause gangster standing right there holding that knife. COs run on the tier, mace the shit out gangster, tackle him. Get the blick out his hand, cuff him up. Then they run over to the OG nigga laying on the floor. They lock everybody in the cells. I'm in the crack of the door looking. I see them take the OG nigga out on a gurney. Rush him up medical. Like 20 minutes later, you just hear the helicopter landing up Roxburg. Medevac taking yo to shock trauma. All the way down in Baltimore. The other Blood OG nigga, dark black, that stayed in the cell, he in the crack of the door like, why the fuck y'all ain't helping? Why the fuck y'all ain't helping? Me and my cell buddy in the cell listening to this shit like, damn, none of them niggas ain't help, yo. So like a day later, he was on lockdown still. I'm wondering why they done came around giving niggas bag lunches and shit. He not even opening doors to let niggas go to feed up. Thinking to myself like, damn, only one nigga got hit. But when the CO got to my door for breakfast, asked me my bag lunch, a boiled egg and an orange type shit. I'm like, damn, why we still on lockdown? The officer was cool with me for real. She went on here and told me, white girl and shit. She like, that boy that got hit yesterday, he ain't make it. She say that, me and my bump buddy look at each other like, oh shit. So she like, yeah, they gotta conduct an investigation on this tier. They gonna come around asking everybody questions and shit like that before they let y'all back out. I'm like, damn, they ready to charge gangster with an in-house. My bump buddy like, yup. But anyway, they got gangster over in the lockup building. The administration don't even know what's going on. They thinking he's still banging. They think he's still a Blood. Assuming that one of the OGs probably ordered that against Slim. The whole time, it's the other way around. The word was coming off a lockup. The administration was intentionally putting Bloods in his cell thinking that they was on the same team. That's how they do it, Roxburg. They try to put you in the cell with your teammates. But anyway, they say gangster was beating the shit out them niggas, putting them in the door, making them check in, making them bang on the door. They say he banged one of them niggas' face on the sink and that bitch knocked all his front teeth out. Then put him on the door and make him scream for the CO. After that, they ain't putting none of them in the cell with him no more. They start to figure it out like, oh, something ain't right. They charged gangster with an M1. I remember seeing that shit in the Hagerstown newspaper. The newspaper that you get up there on that farm, he was in there. They end up sending him up Cumberland on lockup, and he stayed up there and went to court from up there. That's where he caught his time. They gave him an additional 20 years. He was already serving 25. Now, he stayed behind the door in North Branch, not WCI Cumberland, North Branch. That's like Ultramax, a step above Supermax. Raised the security level because he had that body. For the whole time, the NBA war going on between the good brothers and the Bloods, he was behind that door. Situation different now. A lot of the Bloods then got shipped to ECI and Cumberland, WCI side. They got a lot of them out to Hagerstown, out to New Jail, Old Jail, and Roxburg. A lot of them got shipped up out of there and sent down ECI and WCI. So, needless to say, these two spots became strongholds for the Bloods. Shit ton of them down ECI and up WCI. But anyway, eventually he finally comes off lockup. They sent him in that old jail in that castle. He come on the north side, D2 upper. But this the thing, when he come in the old jail, he a good brother. Some type of way up WCI, he done came over. I mean, not WCI, North Branch. Yeah, he done came over to a good brother. But you had niggas in that old jail that remember him as being a Blood. Quite a few good brothers remembered him, including me. But see, they had sent me in the old jail. I had came off lockup in Roxburg. They shipped me over to old jail. And I can remember how he used to hang with the big brother. I kind of knew that's what he was trying to do. So when he got up there, it was a few brothers that was opposed to him functioning with us. But a brother is a brother. So what they did was they checked his membership, verified it, made sure it was official. When the word came back, it was official. He got embraced. This clearing process only took a week. Now, after being in the prison for approximately like a week, he comes out in the big yard on the mandatory workout day. Good brothers had to come work out on Wednesdays. Well, on this particular day, the OG nigga from over Roxburg, Dark Black, that was locked in the day that shit happened, he just come on location. He out in the yard with all the Bloods. And he spots the nigga gangster working out with us.